Hello, everybody. How are you all doing tonight? I hope your day's been going as well as you've wanted it to be. Hello, Dire Storm. You here to see me have a bit of a what's it called? Existential crisis, sort of, kind of. Don't worry, I promise the stream title has quite it's accurate. Without further ado, allow me to show you. If OBS would pick up the game. There we go. Need to move something else over there. There we go. So we're here in Played Up. Don't know if you were here to see it. Some of you guys might remember this. All the way back in October, I made this run. October. And I haven't been touching it very much since. There we go. But since October, I've touched this every once in a while. It's a turkey run, except it's turned into very much not a turkey run. Because one of the appliances that this game mode added is the magic apple tree. And all it does is it grows apples every once in a while, and you serve them to customers to satisfy random orders within the group. But if you have enough apples, you can just fulfill the entire order with apples. Don't give a darn about what your restaurant was serving before. Oops, all apples. Yes, exactly. And you might see up at the top right corner of the screen there, I'm at overtime day 34 of this shenanigans right here. You might also notice that this is the only table that I serve. Every other table there in this restaurant is a coffee table, where customers can sit and wait for this one table to open up. And there's a reason for that. One of these cards, which you get one every 3 days, except for the 15th day. And this one you get on day 5, but it's the theme of the restaurant. One of these cards, this one, makes it so I can only have one servable table. Which, that's not exactly the most accurate description right there. Because I have all these coffee tables. They're still tables game. They are very much still tables. But also a lot of these cards are Halloween themed, because I kind of specifically went for them. These two aren't, because twice now the game's tried to give me a Halloween card where fires pop up randomly. I don't know that I can afford to do that. now or at any time, even though I have a fire extinguisher. I still don't think I can afford that. It's not practice mode cards. And a lot of these cards are just like, well, so what? Doesn't really affect me that much. Like, players start the day in slippers. Okay, so I get to wear fuzzy slippers for the rest of the run. So what? Now, they do spread messes, which is probably the intended detriment, but whatever. This one I took just because it's definitely a challenging card, but why not? Conveyors and grabbers move slowly. You don't normally get a ton of those in these kinds of runs, so whatever. Food satisfies a random group member. I think this was the point. No, I didn't have a ton of apples at this point, but what are they going to order? Turkey? Just turkey. All the way up until I got that card. But I think it was like by this point where I was serving all apples. So whatever. Customers have less of those types of patients at night. I serve apples pretty quickly. So what? Booking desks are automatic. If it becomes a problem, I can just toss this booking desk outside. So it's no problem. Pyro patrons. Yeah, customers set fire to the tables when they leave. That required me to get a fire extinguisher. But apart from that, sure, I have one serving table. So what? Customers change orders at night. I'm serving apples. You get apples. I don't care what you're ordering, you're getting apples. They really want to burn things. Yeah. Yeah, they do. They've been burning things for at least 20 days. See, all groups have as many members as your largest table. I have the apples for that. So what? Players move slower towards the end of the day. I'm not moving around too much. So what? Players randomly swap positions. See, I'm playing with me, myself, I, and oneself. So I'm just gonna swap with myself? Okay, sure. Queue patience is never reset. It's the queue that's gonna kill me anyway, so... yeah. Food burns faster at night. I'm not burning apples. Apples don't burn. So... okay. And then the other two cards there, it's just either another main dish or a variant of a main dish. To which I say, you get apples. That being said, I want to try and like push this run as much as I can tonight. If it goes on for too terribly long, I may or may not do this again tomorrow. Possibly. But now that the context is there, I'm already prepped for the day, so I'll just start. Pick this thing up, drop off sharp cutlery, pick apples off the trees. And the fire extinguisher does its job really well. It's almost absurd. And the apple trees don't really take that long to grow their apples. So at this point, it's more so a war of attrition every day, because each day does take a while. And you get this Halloween music here in January, so win-win, I guess. So, yep, while I do this, have any of y'all had anything interesting happen today? If so, do tell, do tell. My strategy is very appealing. Yes. Yes, it is. Not those apples. Those apples. You've been playing Power World, and I hear that like everybody and their sister and their brother has been playing Power World. If I had spare money to spare, super. Spare money is money to spare. What are you saying? If I had the spare money, I'd be tempted to get it myself. It's just so fun. Yep, I've been hearing that from just about everybody. I very much believe you. I haven't really watched a lot of it myself because, I mean, I have a feeling I'd have good fun watching people play the game, but like, at a glance, it looks like one of those games that I'd rather, if I could, just play it and then watch people play it. I guess if I can't do one, I can do the other, technically. But then I turn to a couple other things that I like to play, so the experience will be better the less you know. Okay, yeah. I had a feeling there was a component of that in there as well. I think that's actually what I was trying to say, but wasn't actually succeeding in saying. I just noticed that there's still that pop-up stuff on the left side there. And I guess I forgot to reset something or another. But, those things on the left there will be more applicable when I do another a different run. Because that stuff on the left over there on the other side of the screen, that has to do with Twitch integration with this game. Which can be a pretty fun experience. It's, from an integration standpoint, it's more fun the more viewers you have, so I haven't really thought much about using it before, but I think one of these times I might just open that up relatively soon and just see how it goes. See, I don't remember if you get to see my cursor, but I am using my mouse cursor to drag these blueprints out of the cabinets. Then I get to do something like that. You don't see the cursor? Okay. I think that's a thing in OBS that I could just toggle, I believe. Yes. I don't know if it'll actually update immediately. Oh no, it did. Okay. See, I don't want any of these things outside, so I'm gonna reroll for 490. Good grief. Yeah, I've done a lot of rerolls on this run because there were a lot of things I wanted during overtime, and it took quite a bit of money to make that happen. Speaking of which, I think I'm going to do it again. And there's another normal grabber. And I don't see anything else that I'd want, so I'll just stuff the rest of these cabinets with random junk. And we're ready to go again. And we do this whole song and dance all over again. Isn't it beautiful? Until I almost messed it up, that is. It's okay, if I really need to, I can technically put the bag of holding, which is this guy that I'm carrying around. I can put it on one of the trees that doesn't have an apple on it, so I do have that failsafe. Yeah, earlier about the Twitch integration stuff. One of the ideas I've got is a stream where, well, I guess to sum it up, a streamer versus chat played up stream, where I would challenge you guys to make my run or runs as difficult as you can, and I tried to beat the runs anyway. It might be one of those ideas that would perform a lot better with more people, potentially, but again, I'm thinking of things, trying new stuff. The hard part is trying to figure out what order to do the new things in. Does sound fun though? No, right? And I could even make it this thing where it's not just me necessarily versus chat. It could be like me and one viewer or 2 or 3 viewers versus the rest of chat or something like that. There's a lot of potential in the idea. And I know there's at least one mod in the Steam Workshop that gives the Twitch integration a little more power, such as, actually the only thing I can remember about it is that it can allow viewers to set fire to a random location or something like that, which that piece might be a little much, but I won't know unless I try. And I guess one of the reasons why I'd like to do something like that is because there is a hard mode in this game. It's called running a turbo floor plan. And what that does is, instead of the normal you get a card every 3 days, you get a card every day. And on top of that, you get breakfast, lunch, and dinner rushes every day. To compensate for that a little bit, shop prices, or the prices of the blueprints that pop up outside, I think they're cut in half or something like that, which is pretty nice, for sure. But it is really challenging. So I'm hoping that with like Twitch integration stuff, I could have a challenge that's somewhere between a normal run and turbo mode. guess if you're new around here and you're hearing me talk about all that and that sounds fun to you, something you'd look forward to, feel free to give me a follow here on Twitch so that you'll know when I do something like that. And it doesn't have to be just this game either. I play a lot of games, and I know there's at least a few of them with Twitch integration. Make things a little easier or harder, or somewhere in between. Let's see. Now it's decoration day. Don't need more decorations. Wait a minute, I've forgotten something. I forgot to grab my water that I should be drinking. I will be right back, chat. Okie doke. I am back. Hopefully when I get back to the plate up, OBS will pick it up. Oh, come on, OBS. There we go. Let's see, is that all the prep work I want to do? Yeah, it's decoration day, so re-rolling isn't gonna do anything. I guess I'll just put this over here or something. Oh wait, no. I'll put this over there. Nice and relatively out of the way. Okay, fine. I'll put that there, that should be fine. And let's go. Overtime day 36. Do you all suppose I should do something like a question of the day style thing where I just like pin a question of the day to chat for anybody that hops on to answer if they like? Oh shucks. You believe so, Direstorm? Alrighty. I'll have to think up some ideas for questions of the day, but I might start with something simple. That is, after I finish up this day. Because I do have some leeway on how quickly I serve customers, thanks to all those coffee tables, but I don't want to accidentally miss my shot and have somebody wait outside. That would be typical. I also wouldn't want those coffee table groups to build up too much, because if the group at a coffee table has to wait for too long, then that's also a game over. I really do love this music. It's such good music. Pretty much all of it in this game. Nice, chill, relaxing. And when it has a seasonal spin on it, it just goes so hard. That's not frightening at all. I was starting to wonder if the stream was crashing. You think that means I win? Possibly. Let's boot the game back up and see if I lost the save. If I lost the save, I think I won. Yes, absolutely. That was so strange. Well, shucks. It's still there. 50 days in total. Because a normal run, you had no escape. There's no escape for me. Unfortunate. Not that easily. Although if it's gonna have a pattern of doing that, then I might just escape anyway. Because I'm not about to be here restarting the same day for 2 hours straight. It is really funny that you can just squeeze in between the magic apple trees like that. Hey, I guess something I maybe forgot to mention. This table that I'm serving to is a special kind of table that is really only available in this particular game mode. It's a stone table, and what it does is it makes it such that table consumables don't get consumed after a group eats at the table. So normally this silverware would disappear after it's used by one group. And what the silverware does is it makes the customers eat faster. And that's why they're leaving so quickly every time. But since they're a stone table, and this is the only table, they all leave that quickly. And there's no excuse. Health code violation? Nah. We all get to use the same exact pieces of silverware and we're just fine. I mean, these are all witches. They've all got witch hats. They know what they're doing with silverware. Okay, I don't remember for sure, but this is, I think, about the same spot where my game decided to crash. So, fingers crossed it doesn't happen again. That bar just takes forever to fill up. It's really ridiculous. Alright, one of those cards is really kicking in now. And that one card that makes me move slower during the night, you can really see it now. At its maximum effect, I think it's either equivalent or really close to Sedate Atmosphere. Which Sedate Atmosphere simply says if you're close to a customer, and the range on that is kind of large. And if you're in the same room as the customer, you move really slowly. Yeah, it's pretty much the same speed. Same kind of slowness. But that is the day done. And I get a card. What is that supposed to mean? Customers sit individually? What do you mean? What is that gonna do? Is that the same as individual dining or not? Like they won't share a table? That's what that would lead me to believe, but like, if it's a group of 2 and they sit at their individual tables, how am I supposed to accommodate that if I can only have 1 table? Or does that mean the group size goes down to 1? Either interpretation is technically not wrong. I mean, I'll take it. The group size didn't change. What's gonna happen to me? What's gonna happen to this run? I guess never mind that and just proceed as normal. This is fine. The expected group count went up a ton. I do worry about that. Wait a minute. If they sit individually, and one of these cards, I forget which one it is. Yeah, all groups have as many members as your largest table, so I'm getting groups of 2, regardless. Does that mean one of them's gonna sit at the serving table and the other one's gonna sit at a coffee table? Is that what that means? That does make sense, but if that's what's going to happen, I might have just killed the run. I guess. I mean, I already picked it, so can't back out of it. Might as well see this through. Yeah, only one way to find out. Smart grabber? Yeah, I'll take smart grabber. Slap it in there. Let's do another reroll. And those aren't what I'm looking for. Also, I'm going to make that bag much more accessible. There we go. Okay, let's try this overtime day 37. No, they're both at the table. What do you mean they're both at the table? Did that card just... Did that card just boost the number of groups I get for no reason? What is this? Well, if this run doesn't die immediately, it's gonna die a whole lot sooner. Know that for sure. Customers sit individually. I don't think there's a world where this is exactly what's explained on that card. It must do something different when I don't have the cards that I do. I figure what's happening is full of friends here, in some way, shape, or form, is overriding this effect. But this effect still increases the expected group count anyway, as if it was like individual dining. I'd rather just have individual dining. It actually does what this wants to do. And now all my coffee tables are filling up. It's not a good look. Let's see, I've got 7, now 8 groups waiting for the table. And I'm getting 2 more groups on those coffee tables. I'm not gonna lie, I think this day is still fine. Maybe. It's questionable. But this is not gonna be fine in like 3 days. If even that. Maybe I shouldn't be leaving my bag of folding on the table. That way I can get customers coming to the table faster. Okay, I got up to 9 groups, maybe 10, waiting at those coffee tables. And it seems like I didn't have to worry about anybody at the coffee tables running out of patience. So I figure that'll give me at least a couple more days to figure something out. If there even is something to figure out. Only having one table to serve makes the throughput of this very restrictive. Wait, what have I been doing? I forgot to put out the silverware. No wonder I had people at coffee tables. Super, 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 what are you doing? I must be some kind of lunatic if I went, oh hey, my group count went up through the roof, only to not put down the silverware. So things aren't as terrible as I was thinking they were. Well, that is good and all, but good grief. Let's see, can I do the thing that I was trying to do? Or rather, the thing that I've been gathering grabbers to do? Which is to automatically pick the apples from these trees and just bring them directly to the table. I might be able to do that. But I may have to get rid of some things first. And I suppose I can move this here. Let's see, I technically have 5 more grabbers I could use. And I know with my current throughput, just based on the past handful of days that I've done on this run, I technically only need 6 of these apple trees. And if I'm doing something like this, And I don't need the levitation station or the bag of holding. Let's just try to figure this out real quick. What does it look like if I just make it as simple as something like this? Wait, game, what do you mean impossible menu? What have I tossed out? That... This is just a pouch of holding, game. You don't need a pouch of holding to make turkey. Or nut bread. You don't need a pouch of holding at all. What? Impossible. Yes. I must have the pouch of holding. See, if I do it like that, then I can actually make this a little more expansive. If I just move some things here and there. And then I can have more magic apple trees here. Actually, I have copies of things in here, so I may as well buy those. Although this particular way of doing it is a little stupid. Might as well just do that. And might as well just do that. And then I'm running out of vertical space here, I guess. So I may as well chuck one of these blueprint cabinets, or even both of them. Shuffle this over here so that I can have another apple tree like that. And then another apple tree. And I could definitely have another apple tree there. And then if I get another grabber here, I can turn that around. Have another apple tree. Does this get in the way of things? Yes, it does. Okay. That's almost the rest of the apple trees that I can fit in here. Oh, wait a minute, I forgot. I kind of need to get out of here for this plan to work. But I also forgot you could just chain an apple tree to an apple tree. And that works. That definitely works. I have one more apple tree. Grab this. And I can put it there. And that there is an impressive feat of engineering right there. There's one small problem. I'm kind of out here by the front door, which is where customers are going to be coming in, trying to push me around. I'll have to see how bad it is. But I'm comfortable enough to give this a whirl. So let's try it. But if this works to the fullest, then I've switched from having to move a little to not having to move at all. The only thing that will kill this, apart from just having too many customers come to the restaurant, is if I accidentally let fire spread from this table to one of those grabbers up there. But hopefully with a fire extinguisher that should be relatively impossible. By the way, fun little fact, the only reason I'm getting money directly from the customers for those apples is because of the restaurant theme that I chose. It's the exclusive theme. And one of the benefits from it is you get an additional coin for every item you deliver. So normally you wouldn't get any coins from the apples, but I sell them for 1 coin apiece. Just because my restaurant is that exclusive. And then every time that booking desk up there rings, that's more money. Nope, nope, customer. No, 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 no. Must put out fire. Okay, maybe I need to not have these coffee tables on the right here. That might be a change I'll have to make. Yeah, I think I will make that change. Kind of funny if you think about it. The type of floor plan for this game mode, it's called a witch hut. And so I personally find it a little funny that you can get a fire extinguisher in a witch hut. Like, we've got magic cauldrons, couches of holding, and all these other magical things. But no, we still rely on the technology of a fire extinguisher when customers decide to set fires to their tables. There's no magic to get around that, apparently. Okay. Oh, that ghost at the top there was not facing the right direction. So none of my blueprints got copied. Darn. Honestly, I think I'll just bring these over to the right side as well. Now that the space has been freed up. And I do believe that system up there is quite sufficient in feeding the customers. So yeah, we can just keep on doing this for a long time. Didn't need that long of a pause. I don't know. I just do that sometimes. Don't forget the silverware. I almost forgot it again. Can you believe it? Yeah, I can almost lay back. Because the only thing on this controller that I need to touch is the interact button. And this restaurant still makes bank. Because that booking desk is giving me 30 coins every time it rings, and that thing's automatic. The satisfaction of no longer having to play. Well, I do have to play a little bit. Like, I have to put the silverware on there, and then I have to use the fire extinguisher after taking the customer's order. But apart from that, I'm not playing. True. Actually, I could eliminate even more of a need for me to play. Have I played Satisfactory? No, I have not. I do have it on my Steam wishlist, but hey, I don't have the money. Unfortunately. I've seen a little bit of gameplay. Seems pretty interesting. But I don't quite have the game for myself yet. All I need now is, so you've played it a ton, and it's another game where you're trying to make it so that you don't have to play. That makes sense. I do play a considerable amount of modded Minecraft, and in a lot of the mod packs that I like to play, there's a big focus on automating things to eventually get to some end goal. It's a lot of fun. But something I could do here, actually, is if I move the silverware to the right one tile and put one of those rotating grabbers that I have on the left side of the restaurant next to it, I could have the grabber put silverware on the table automatically. I know, big whoop, but it's one more thing I could do. Oh yeah, I'm getting another card after this day. I wonder what in the world is going to happen to this run with this card selection. Well, I definitely can't afford random fires now. So I'll take a turkey topping. That I also don't have to make because I'm serving apples. There we go, I can still get in here perfectly fine. I might as well fill up a little bit with these grabbers, just in case there's literally anything else I want to do with them. But that'll be it for the prep work. Now I get to sit here and press and hold X. Oh wait, no, that's a problem. I shouldn't have done that. That was a big mistake. Actually, is it a mistake? Can they still just... They can... Okay, never mind, we're good. We're fine. I forgot, oh wait, no, we're not fine. Okay, so this was a terrible idea. I'll admit. I did not think it through that far. In order to have that work, I would have had to have chosen the charming restaurant theme. It's the theme that allows customers to sit at tables when they still have things on them. Like a spare set of silverware. Actually, this game calls it sharp cutlery, doesn't it? I forgot about that. Shows you how often I use those things normally. mean, this day will be perfectly fine, to be fair. I just really need to think about these things more before I do them. Alright, the day is almost done. And I can correct this horrible mistake. And there we go. And I actually quite literally don't have room for... Well, actually I do have room for one more thing. And that is right there. For no reason. And it's decoration day, so let's just move on. Now to press and hold X for what'll feel like eternity. I did say I would try and think of questions of the day. I will definitely have to think of more of them later. For today, tonight. Don't mind me while I look back and forth between my game and my laptop so that I can actually type this question of the day down. I don't want to run too far behind on here either. There we go. Use your question of the day. There we go. What is a game release you're looking forward to? If you have any, of course. It's definitely understandable if you're not looking at game releases or upcoming game releases a lot of the time. I get that. Blue Protocol. I have not heard a lot about that game. I mean, I've heard of the game title, but I think that's about all I know about it. And what's it about? It's an MMORPG. Gotcha. Anime art style. Alright. I do know I've heard more about it. I just don't remember a whole lot. Because it's been a while. It's been a little bit since I've heard of it. But I guess those two aspects combined does leave for quite some potential in a new release. Came out in Japan last year. Wait a minute. Last year? Oh, is that the game I think it is? Oh. Okay, yeah. I've seen a little bit of it. Somebody who is reviewing the Japan release experience a little bit. It does seem fairly interesting. I forget if it's on like a free-to-play business scheme or if it's a paid game with potentially more paid content. You think it's free to play? Huh. I may or may not check it out then. Possibly. Not really entirely sure about it. Because I do technically play MapleStory, which can suck up a lot of time, so it's possible I may not necessarily have the sort of time to enjoy another MMORPG. But we'll see. Although, to be fair, there's some MapleStory things going on that are making me consider potentially quitting, but I don't know. Still need to think more on it. Wait a minute, we're getting another card today? Good grief. And I'm getting to the point here where the amount of days is approaching quadruple the amount that's needed to complete a run. Funny enough. Kind of ridiculous that this actually, the throughput of this pretty much catches up with the groups that are coming in. It might even be slightly ahead of the groups coming in. Which is kind of bonkers to me because, again, it's only one serving table. Of course, being a solo player kind of helps in the adventure because the expected group count does scale with the number of players in the game. So being on my lonesome definitely Definitely makes this less tricky. And less, no, what's the term? Requires less management because of that reduced group size. Or not group size, group count. I don't know if... Actually, apples should be just fine with corn on the cob. But also, I'm not using this money. So, why not pick vanishing valuables? Yep, and this will be the point in the run where the amount of money I have has peaked. Because I'm just going to start the day and I'll be at 0 money. But also every day I get hundreds of coins anyway. And since there's no research desk in this type of, or in this game mode, there's not really going to be anything that's more than a couple hundred, maybe. But also, not having a research desk makes it really hard to get a lot of grabbers and rotating grabbers and smart grabbers. Which is definitely the reason why it took all the way up until like overtime day 38 for me to get something like this running. You know, I wonder if some people would consider being at, like, this point in the gameplay as being somewhat therapeutic. I mean, maybe not that booking desk that goes off every handful of seconds, but maybe everything else about it. There we go. You know, perhaps I actually just don't care about what spawns out there anymore. And I just go. I do find it pretty interesting that it seems like mostly the magic apple trees on the right side there have their apples plucked from the tree fairly consistently. I wonder if it'd be a little more optimal to have that grabber there facing the right instead of the left. I mean, not that I need to worry about being optimal with that grabber in particular, because my throughput really isn't going to change that much. Actually, no, it's not going to change at all. Now that I think about it. Unless I get, like, one card in particular. But I don't even know if that card will show up, is the thing. So is that just the day? That's just the day done, alright. And I think I will try that. I'm just turning that around a little bit. Oh, wait a minute. I've just realized something. That the leftmost column of trees there, because I'm chaining them together like that, that actually makes two of those trees very much useless, unfortunately. Because when the topmost tree gets an apple, grabber shifts it on down to the next tree, and that resets the timer for that apple for the two trees down below. Unfortunately. I guess that is unless the tree next in line happens to get their apple before the apple being conveyed gets to it. Somehow. So yeah, as a result, having the grabber next to the table turned to the right is not the way to go. I will say the urge to abandon the run and just be like, I've practically won, is actually kind of high. I will admit. There's only so much you can do with just standing there and pushing X. Can't really fit very many new things either, which means there's only so much more that I can do. There we go. Messes appear randomly. As if I care about that. I'm constantly standing in a mess for pretty much the whole day. Okay. Oh wow, there's just a mess outdoors randomly. Sure. Sure, game. Sure. Oh, and there's a second one out there. Also, due to how I've laid everything out, there's really only a handful of spots indoors where messes can pop up anyway. I was going to say I could almost play this with my eyes closed, but that's not advisable. There we go. There is that day done. And we go again. Hey, hang on, how much did that one card reduce my group count by, actually? 15%. Okay. And apples are so stupid. You get apples and basically nothing else matters. There's that data. Get into the cart after this day. Let me check on something real quick while I nonchalantly serve customers at my own pace. I really do wish these days would go a little bit faster. But customers are going to come at their own pace, I guess. Oh, but super, couldn't you just move the booking desk to a location where you're going to be and use it? Well, unfortunately, the card that makes the booking desk automatic prevents you from contributing to using the booking desk yourself. So it actually might not be a bad idea to move that to the tile that I'm on anyway, for the other reason of blocking messes. Well, I guess we're gonna find out if Apple's satisfy side orders too. Let's move that down here. I can still move around, get everything I need. I just need to plop a sack of potatoes in the kitchen and we're good to go. Interesting. So if a customer orders a side, they require an additional apple. You know, when the magic apple tree says that an apple satisfies a random customer's order, I would think it would be in full, but apparently not. Come on. At least now I get to say, hey, would you like an apple with a side of an apple? And seeing as I've got more than double the apple trees that I needed before to fulfill that throughput, I think we'll be fine. Probably. I mean, that card making conveyors and grabbers move things slower is going to hurt a bit, but otherwise, that's fine. Now that I think about it, I should probably rename this restaurant to something a little more fitting. Okay, let's rename this to... There you go. Healing apples. Yeah, I'm not very creative. You know, I think a relatively short amount of time after this game mode was released, funny enough, I think somebody made a mod in Steam Workshop to make it so that you could run this game mode with a research desk so that you can upgrade your blueprints, which is just super unnecessary. Like, there's a ton here in the enchanting system where you can enchant the blueprints, which is just... I mean, if you want to really get into it, it's just a separate upgrade system. But there's so much there that you can use. And you can still get upgraded blueprints randomly. It's just not very common. Oh. I didn't think that fire could spread that quickly. That definitely could have spread to something much worse. Alright, decoration day. Nah, we just go. You know, I didn't even see the expected group count. I'm not sure that I really mind for now, because that change in group count should be pretty gradual. I don't think it's going to be all of a sudden, oh wow, that's way too many customers. Especially with the sort of cards that I'm getting. Partially thanks to this game mode. You know, there is something that I would really like to have. I just don't know how to get it to work, or if there's a thing like it. I would like a program that I could log into Twitch on, and even if I have a game on full screen, just on this monitor that I have for my computer, I'd still be able to see chat like on the side or in a corner somewhere. I was looking around for a program like that at the time, and I didn't really find anything of the sort. The only real solutions that I saw involved having a second monitor in order for it to properly work. Oh boy. Day is close to being done. Oh, why? Now see, I feel like both of these have the potential to just kill the run right now. Because currently, the restaurant is just serving a main dish with the possibility of a side. And so that only takes like one round of ordering and eating for the customers. But if I all of a sudden have ice cream, I think apples would still cover that. But the issue is that would be a second phase of ordering and eating for the customer. I don't know if I have the throughput with this one serving table to be able to accommodate that properly. On the other hand, fire is appearing randomly. If it gets out of control, it very much could stop my apple trees from producing apples. Which is a big no-no. That's gonna kill the run. Absolutely. If too many of them are just on fire. So I guess what I'm getting at is I think this choice right here is killing the run in some way or another. The question is, do we want the fast route with the fires, or the potentially slower route with ice cream? I mean, I know if I wanted this to last as long as possible, the choice would be ice cream. But part of me wants to see those fires because I've never played with that card before. You know what? I'll play with fate. If there's some chance that I can still squeeze a couple of days out with random fires, I'll take that as a win. Let's give it a go. And the fire's already started. Hang on, I should give myself a bit of a fairer shot. Because the scenario that I fear with the random fires is that the fire is going to catch up to a customer. So I'm going to want to put myself in a position where I can put out either customer. Just get rid of the fire that's on them. I will just say I don't think there's a way I squeeze out this day with these fires. Wait a minute. Those magic apple trees still produce apples? What? Ah. Has this really turned into that one meme? With the house on fire and it's just, this is fine. Is that what this has turned into? There's just so much fire. I feel like if there's ever a scenario where the game should just decide, no, you're ruining too much, it's just game over, this would be it. I mean, this is utterly stupid is what this is. Look at all that smoke. I mean, I know there's one thing that I should probably do, is if I'm gonna move around that much, I should have a kitchen floor protector right here. But other than that, that was oddly relatively fine. In fact, I'm trying to figure out if I want to move things around a tiny bit. Like, at this rate, I don't think losing that coffee table is gonna do much of anything. I'll just have that there. And considering how only one of these apple trees is really all that effective, I'll just toss 2 of them. And do that. That's actually more like it. And then, yeah, that should be fairly nice. Yep, let's just do this. I mean, sure, the kitchen floor protector that I'm on might catch fire. I can put it out just as easily as any other fire. That might not be fun. I don't want to know what happens if fire spreads from a coffee table. I guess that doesn't mean there's one more fire I can put out. Or 2 more fires? Yeah. Not that those ones in particular matter all that much. So I will say once again, apples are stupid. I don't think there's any other way to put it. I guess if I really need to, I can leave that booking desk on fire happens to catch fire as well. That is so ridiculous. Actually pretty happy I got the courage to choose this. There's a lot more involvement now. Yep, let's just give it another go. Once again, definitely no health violations. I do wonder what all those particles do to my bitrate, though. Because that surely can't be helping. Fire really should be more impactful than it really is. Oh, there's a fire over there. And there's that day done. What sort of card will I get to choose this time? Hang on, are there just no more Halloween-themed cards? Is that what this means? Have I finally gotten all of them? That's absolutely crazy. And unfortunate, because, no matter what I choose here, I'm adding another phase of ordering and serving. Guess I'll pick the pumpkin pies then. I'm pretty sure apples should fulfill that, so let's keep on going. So before I inevitably lose the run, holy smokes. That is a stack of cards. Thankfully, not necessarily every group will want dessert, so it shouldn't be too heavily taxing on my throughput. I suppose the real question would come to be, is this going to make it such that customers start using all of my coffee tables? Oh dear. I need to attend to that fire immediately. Customer, please. No. I can't get there in time. Okay. And that there is absolutely screenshot worthy. And that would also be a ton of experience if I scrap these cards. Yeah, the unfortunate thing about game modes like this is, I don't think you can really access them when they're not available during the season. So even if I create a franchise with these cards, I don't think I'll get more trick cards. I don't think. So I'll just scrap all this. Oh, wait. What a run that was. And I wasn't even doing that much, but I'm kind of mentally pooped. At least stream-wise. So I think I will call it there. I hope you all had a fun time experiencing this with me. It was really satisfying finishing up that run. That's gonna be the end of this stream, everybody. Let's see, do I have a raid target? I don't really know of anybody that's streaming played up at the moment. See if I can find anybody just by looking through the category. Nope, not really finding anybody. And I don't really have great raid target. So that'll be it. No raid this time, unfortunately. But I will see y'all in the next one. Peace.